Hello, Dorothy Watts, transformational homeopath and holistic wellness advocate. I'm going to talk to you today about the Helios Basic 18 Remedy Kit. I talk about this a lot and I teach a lot using this kit because it's just so fantastic as a way in for people who want to learn how to do self-help homeopathy. So let's have a look inside this box and I'm going to show you exactly what's in here. So I've finished with that yellow box now, and inside there is a little booklet which gives you a really brief summary for each remedy. It's sort of key features and how to use it, and also a bit about if these are your symptoms, then these are the remedies to try first in a couple of sentences. So very handy for out and about guidance. And then the remedies themselves come in this really sturdy plastic box. Yes, it's plastic. Plastic actually has got some uses, and I will defend this being in plastic. It's waterproof, it's light, it's portable, you can carry it around with you, and it certainly isn't single use. This is an amazing kit that can keep you going for years and years and years. So if we can see beyond the plastic, let's look inside. It securely fastens, and inside it's nicely padded with foam, and then you can see there are 18 little bottles, little phials, and each one has got a different remedy in it. They're arranged alphabetically because that's how it comes. You can rearrange it as you like, but I find it quite useful to know that it's like using a dictionary to find what you want. So let's have a look at one of these little phials. It has got a name on, so you can see exactly what's in it, even if the name's backwards for you. That's aconite 30C. All of the remedies are at a 30C potency, which is a sort of everyday strength that you can use for most things. And then you can see that there's a number of little sugar pills inside. These are the lactose-free sucrose pills. They're quite hard, but you can crunch them up easily. For young children, you can dissolve them in a tiny bit of water and it'll be absolutely fine. And you can get refills. Helios sell refills so that you don't have to just buy a new kit when you've used up all of the remedies that are in there. So this is the box. These are the remedies. I'm going to talk through briefly each of the remedies that's in there and just give you a flavour for how useful this box can be. So I don't need to hold that anymore. I will put it down. So the first one we come to alphabetically is aconite. Aconite is really useful for panic, for shock, for the first stages of a cold. You can often nip a cold in the bud if as soon as you get that sore throat that often wakes you up around midnight, the sort of dry soreness that you get at the back. If you can get your aconite in fast enough, then that will often support your body enough, give it enough of a boost for your cold symptoms to go into abeyance. But also really good to have around you for shock. So if something really scary or really sudden happens, so if you see a car crash or something, aconite would be a really good one to help you just calm down a bit if you're feeling a bit panicky, your chest's getting a bit tight. The next one we have alphabetically is apis. Apis is a really good remedy for stings. It's made from bee stings. I need to ask Helios about this, but I've heard that only one bee needed to sacrifice its sting for all of the apis that we use to be able to be made. But I will check that with Helios, because that would be a really good thing to know. So bites where you get swelling and really itchy and worse for being around anything hot. Apis is fantastic for. The next one is arnica. Arnica may be the only remedy that you've heard of before, and it is the first aid remedy par excellence. So bruises, bumps, shock, physical shock, arnica's the one. The next one down, we have arsenicum. Arsenicum is the first remedy to go to for tummy bugs. You notice I'm saying a lot. This is the first remedy to go to. This is the first one to try. This kit, and I should have said this at the beginning, this kit was developed in the 1970s, I think, by a homeopath called Mary Aspinwall. And she did a really fantastic job at choosing the key go-to remedy for a lot of everyday events, which was what makes it such a brilliant kit. So thank you very much, Mary. So now we'll go back to belladonna. Belladonna, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Toddler, baby, wakes up from the nap, red-faced, absolutely angry, high temperature, belladonna. Worth a try. If you can get the temperature down with belladonna, then you're not suppressing it as you would be with trying not to say the word that begins with C, that's a brand name, with a paracetamol solution. You are supporting the body not to need that temperature anymore. Very good also for toothache, earache, headaches, anything like that. Bryonia is the next one. Migraines, constipation, anything that is worse for the slightest movement. So if you've sprained an ankle and you really can't move it at all without it absolutely killing you, that can be a fantastic remedy to go for. The next one, we're on to the second row here, is cantharis. Cantharis is the first remedy to try for urine infections. So where you've got a lot of burning, stinging, have to go to the loo absolutely urgently, cantharis can really help nip that in the bud. The next one, chamomilla. Chamomilla, young children, teething. That's the route you go with that one. This has sorted out more children who are going through this. I've got a tooth coming through. I'm in so much pain. I don't know what to do with myself. I want that. No, I don't want that. Take it away. I want this. Da, da, da. The only time that they're happy is when you're carrying them around. Recognise that scenario? Chamomilla. Brilliant also when children have braces in their teen years, because you're doing the same thing. You're putting a pain in their mouth and it makes them angry. So the next one, gelsemium, absolutely fantastic flu remedy, really good remedy for hay fever as well, for colds, for anticipatory anxiety. So teenagers going through exams, anyone who suddenly finds that they've got no energy at all, they can't get out of bed, they can't get their revision done, they just can't focus, their head's like a load of cotton wool, try gelsemium. It's fantastic. Hypericum. Hypericum is nerve pain. First one to go to for that, chuck your finger in a drawer, stub your toe, anything like that. Whiplash. Hypericum, brilliant for nerve pains. And the one after that, Ignatia. Ignatia is a really good acute grief remedy, so that if you are if you suddenly lose something, if you're in a car crash and it's your brand new car, or it's your favourite car because you've only got one car, but you really like this one, and you've just dented it, damaged it, written it off, whatever, Ignatia will help you cope with those roller coaster emotions. At a funeral for someone, Ignatia, fantastic. Can't see. Ledum is the next one down here. Ledum is really good for if you step on a thorn and it goes in really deep and it doesn't bleed much, but it suddenly starts feeling a bit cold around the puncture wound. So it can also be good for if you've had stitches, because those are puncture wounds as well, or anything like that. We're on to the last column now. Merc Viv. Mercury is really good for sore throats, and so that's a good place to go for that. Sore throats, mouth ulcers, so Mercury Mouth, quite a good one to remember there. Nux vomica is the next one. Nux vomica, hangovers. Nux vomica, also burning the candle at both ends, which could go with a hangover anyway. Constipation, indigestion, heartburn, people who are just working themselves really hard and getting stressed. So somebody who, for their revision, rather than not being able to get anything done and get out of bed, they're the ones who are up early, they're sitting down working. You go to stop them for a snack and a break, and they bite your head off. Give them some Nux vomica. It will help them relax a little bit into their revision. Pulsatilla is the next one. Fantastic remedy for young children. It's really good for abandonment issues. It's good for anything that comes on when after you felt left alone. So it's really good for colds. It's good for sinuses, whole manner of things, particularly if they're very snotty and yellow and people just don't want to be left alone. Bit sort of clingy and needy. Rostox is the next one. First place to go to if you sprain your ankle, strain a muscle. Yeah, nothing else to say, really. Rostox is the first place to go for that. Ruta is also really good for sprained muscles and going more into the ligaments and tendons. So you can combine Rostox and Ruta because it can be quite hard to tell which one you need. And the last one, silica. Silica is very good for getting splinters out. It's very good for constipation as well. And it's a fantastic remedy for things that feel a bit stuck, helping them get out. So, your splinters and your constipation, really good for sore throats as well. So, what an amazing lot from just 18 remedies. So, really, it can keep you going for all of the day-to-day things that happen health-wise. You don't need a shelf full of bottles and whatever. Just use this. Simple to learn and to help people get on their way, because the names in themselves can be a little bit I've just got used to them after 12 years of being homeopath. So to help people get on their way with using this kit, I've got on my website, I have done an online course which teaches you how to use this kit most effectively. I start with the conditions, not the remedies, and I cover about 40 different conditions that you can have a go at. I'm not saying that these are going to be the best remedies for all of those, but it's certainly worth giving it a go. And I also do regular face-to-face workshops, picking on just one aspect of the course. So using the kit with children, using it with teenagers. If you decided that it does sound as if it might be a bit interesting, oh, I could maybe get into that, maybe that isn't as complicated as I thought it might have been, then do give it a thought, another thought, because if you'd like to use homeopathy to support your body, your family's bodies through everyday health issues that happen to us all, then this kit is an absolutely fantastic place to start. Bye for now.